Hey everybody, this is Tracy here with another edition of A View from Tracy's Point. And this will be a afterthoughts and random conversations edition because I haven't done one of these in a really long time, but there seems to be something in the atmosphere going on where black folks are losing their doggone minds out here. And I don't really follow celebrity news like that, but it's just like every time I log on, I turn on the TV, something is going on with our black celebrities. So I just wanted to touch on a couple of these little stories that are going on um in cyber world out there. Like, do you guys think that celebrities are oversharing? Like, I don't know if it's just black celebrities or if it's celebrities in general, but there just seems to be a lot of oversharing going on, just putting too much out there in the world for the fans to consume. I don't know if this is the way that they keep their popularity going, if it's just a drive to have attention on them or what's going on. But Gabrielle Union has been getting dragged through the ringer over the past week or so now that she started. Well, her show Being Mary Jane was canceled, which I really cannot believe, but it is what it is. She has a book coming out called We're Going to Need More Wine. And based on the couple of things that have come out from the book already, and she's doing her promotional tour, we may need a case of wine while we're trying to read this book. But some of the things she talks about is mainly she talks about having had 8 or 9 miscarriages. I'm just thinking, like, what's going on with your body that you having that many miscarriages? And she's talking about what did she say? I guess she never wanted to have kids, but now that she's married and she has these step kids from Dwayne Wade, that now she wants to have a child of her own. Now I don't know if being around the other kids have created the baby buzz within her, or if she kind of feels like she's liking something because she hasn't been able to give him a child, and he has children from the wife, or what her situation is. But I was watching and I have to blame one of my Facebook friends for this because I had never heard of this show. But is it T.S. Madison, and then remember the rapper Kaya? So they do like a YouTube channel, well, Facebook Live, and then they transfer them to YouTube where they are holding court. They're like bringing people to justice in the celebrity world for the shenanigans that they have going on. So somebody posted one last week. And yeah, I think it was like Halloween night or the Monday night. But anyway, this thing was hilarious. So I started watching it, but I was catching up on some of the videos. And then one of them, they're talking about Gabrielle Union and how she's just all over the place, just telling us too much. And when Kaya went to talking about the woman and the miscarriages and how in the world can anybody have that many miscarriages, she was like, are they miscarriages, or are she is she spending too much time in the children's shop? I guess insinuating that it wasn't miscarriages that Gabrielle was having. She was actually then had too many abortions, and now she can't. It's called, maybe the abortions are causing the miscarriages because she done had too many of them. But I always thought, and I mean, I would have to go back and research it, because I'm well beyond the baby making age. But I thought that women, and I mean, I know there's people that have had, I think I've read where people have had up to 19 kids. But basically, you only get so many eggs to work with, or so many viable eggs to work with. And I'm thinking if she done had 8 or 9 miscarriages, she might be out of eggs right now. So I don't know. Like, some people are blessed to have more eggs than others. But I'm thinking, Gabrielle, you might not be having a baby. But if that's what you want to do, go for it. And then she was talking about how she used to masturbate with a stuffed animal when she was 5 years old. And I'm just like, do we need to know this, Gabrielle? Like, do you need to be sharing this with us? And what else? And then I wasn't able to find this part, but they were saying I've seen several people talking about the fact that she said that she likes licking butt. And like, I don't know if Dwayne Wade likes this, or she's doing it to him, or this is something she has done in the past. But do I need to know, Gabrielle, that you sticking your tongue up somebody's behind? Like, that is so disgusting and so nasty. And I'm just looking at you differently. And after you done revealed all this information, I don't know if I want to see another season of Being Mary Jane. So it may be good that you have moved on. So then the other person that's been in the media cutting the food is Tyrese. So if y'all saw that video of Tyrese whining and crying about not being able to see his child, I'm like, Tyrese, you so wrong for that. Like, that was so fake and so staged. And then another YouTuber pointed out the fact that you could tell that it wasn't even a live video, that he actually took the video and edited it, chopped it up and edited it. So I know some people do Facebook live videos, and then once the video ends, I think you can take the video down and then edit it. So maybe that's what he did. Maybe he was in his emotions, and then after he went back and looked at the video, he cut some stuff out. But either way, Tyrese, I did read that you I think his ex-wife said that he was abusive to the daughter or something, and I think the other day that the courts ruled, they closed the case and said that there was no abuse. But he was saying in the video that he pays $13,000 a month, and now he can't see his child. And I'm just like, $13,000 a month is a lot of money, and I'm gonna see my child regardless. But they say Tyrese has been doing stuff like he had an airplane flying over the door to school talking about he loved her. He got t-shirts made, saying he team Shayla or Shayla rocks or something like that. He's just doing the most right now. And I'm thinking, like, you're trying to get the case in the court of public opinion, but the public is brutal. And they're making fun of you. They're picking at you. They're, degrading. If you really are hurt, and I'm sure you are hurt if you can't see your daughter and your daughter has been a part of your life, I just think you went about it the wrong way, Tyrese. So can the moon, I know it was a full moon this week. I love full moons. And some people say that full moons bring out the crazy in people. And maybe that is the case. But Tyrese, you can't be fighting for your daughter in one video, then over there tweeting about The Rock in the other video, because you're looking crazy right now. Like, either focus on the daughter or focus on being mad with The Rock, but you can't be intertwining the both of them, because you're just looking cray-cray, and we need you to stop. And I hope everything works out with the mother of your child and your daughter, and y'all get back on track. And then I saw a lot of people where they were saying, where's Tyrese's wife? Like, why she won't take his phone? And I was thinking, you know what? Tyrese did post a couple of months ago or earlier this year that he had gotten married and he had this beautiful wife, and was telling us why why black women shouldn't be mad that that's who he chose to be his wife. And I'm just like, boy, go somewhere and sit down. Seriously, please go somewhere and sit down. So then we move over to Miss Chrisette Michele. So about a couple of weeks ago, Chrisette on Facebook Live. Like, there should be a license for using Facebook Live. People probably should go through a test before they go out there and put these videos out there. But Chrisette Michele had like a whole bunch of Facebook Lives that she put out. And as I was looking at the videos, I was kind of concerned and thinking that the woman might be suicidal, because it was sort of like, they say when people commit suicide or are about to commit suicide, they'll say things to people to let them know that they love them or whatever. They start passing out things that are personal and that have sentimental value to them. They'll start giving it to people that they really love, as a way of remembering them. And so Chrisette was on there, giving out kudos to all these different celebrities that have helped her along the way. And then she went to talking about she was so stressed out that she was pregnant and she lost the baby. And then I think she had one where she was talking about being like, when was she diagnosed with cancer and she had to have an ovary replaced or something? But she was oversharing and she was just telling us too much. But on the video or the post that she did about the miscarriage, she actually posted a picture of a like the, you know, whatever comes out of your body after you have the miscarriage. I was just like, oh my God, what is wrong with these people? So then after she pours out her heart about losing this baby and all the stress that she's under, you know, she done been dropped from a record label. She um what was she saying, you know, about being sick and just all this hell she done went through, losing fans and stuff. Then she comes out and let us know that the picture of the miscarriage, the matter, the, you know, with the tissue, the blood and all that wasn't even hers. She done took somebody else's photo and put with this post. And I don't have a problem with using other people's photos, but when you use other people's photos, especially in a situation where you're telling a personal story and you're trying to make us believe that, you know, you're trying to illustrate that story with the photo, you need to do a caption that says, you know, this is not my photo. This photo belongs to this person. Because what happened was the person whose miscarriage matter it really was, then reposted the picture to let people know. So now you out here looking crazy, Chrisette Michele. Like, why? So then she was on the Breakfast Club. And so, you know, of course they asked her about the picture. And then she admitted that the majority of the pictures that she shares on her social media are not her pictures, that they're other people's pictures, which, like, I share pictures or I'll post pictures or whatever, but you need to, if it's not your picture and you're not sharing somebody else's post, then you should credit the person whose picture it belongs to. And then what else did they ask her about? Oh, and then she started talking about, you know, how this year has been so hard for her and how mean-spirited people were to her about, you know, the whole performing at the inauguration for Donald Trump, and how she, you know, how much she's lost since the, you know, losing the record label, losing the baby, you know, just being stressed out, being diagnosed with illnesses. And she says that she now regrets doing the performance because people didn't get it. And then they went on to talk about Tina Campbell, you know, and how she had to cancel the rest of her tour, and how she's been all on social media going off on people because of the way they were treating her, because of, you know, her voting for Donald Trump, which is, it was your right. We all have right to vote, you know, and vote for who you want to vote for. You ain't got to be telling people who you vote for. And if you choose to tell people who you vote for, just say it and keep it moving. Don't keep dwelling on it, because now she got to do an interview tour explaining, you know, why she voted for Donald Trump. And then she said because their religious values align. And I have a friend who voted for Donald Trump, and she admits that she voted for him because she doesn't believe in abortion, and, you know, they were going to stop the funding to Planned Parenthood. So people vote to their issues. They vote to what is important to them. And sometimes you make a vote that you realize was kind of stupid in the end, and then you keep it moving. And then we have Steve Harvey, who's been in the news, and we find out that his ratings are tanking on all of his shows, you know, after he supported Donald Trump. So now he's regretting that he supported Donald Trump. And so all of that got me to thinking about us colored folks. Why is it that we can be unified in hating on other black people and boycotting other black people because they say or do things that we don't like, but we can't get unified and boycott the NFL for the way that they're treating Colin Kaepernick and the other players? You know, we can't unify to boycott white businesses when they do things that harm the black community. But boy, we will bring a black person down in a second. So why don't we take all that angst and anger and opinion and all that and put it to a good cause, put it to good use, and boycott some of these white folks that's actually impacting our black community and bringing our black community down. Because the way you're hurting these black artists because you don't like, their relationship with Donald Trump, hate on some of these other white folks that's doing stuff to us. And then what else was in the news? Oh my God. I think I talked about the NFL boycott in another video. What else was? Oh, Wendy Williams. So, you guys know by now. Wendy Williams fainted on her TV show. And when I tell y'all, my heart ached for Wendy Williams, but some of y'all wasn't that kind because I couldn't believe how many people were laughing about it and saying, it was good for her and how it made their day. And I'm just thinking, when I look at that video of Wendy Williams fainting, I literally felt, when I looked in her face and saw the fear in her eyes in that moment, my heart ached for her because I was thinking that was the look of, I think I'm about to die. That was that few seconds that I believe people have when they know that they are about to leave this earth, and regret kind of like fills them, like, what didn't I say? What didn't I do? What was the last act that I performed? Like, was I kind to the last person? Was I mean to the last person? Did I thank God, for what he did for me, before this happened? And I just felt that fear and panic that's what was going through her mind. But people were just laughing and clowning the woman. And then I was kind of annoyed how she came back and then she was like, oh, it was no big deal. I was just overheated in my costume, and kind of made light of the situation. And it just, I don't know, like, that part bothered me. But then she did come out a couple of days later and do some interviews and say that she was scared to death. Like, that was the scariest moment of her life. And so, I hope Wendy, was just putting on a good front for the rest of us, but she did go see a doctor and get herself checked out, because I'm telling you, that was pure terror on her face. That was, am I about to meet my judgment in this moment, look on her face. And so, I saw nothing funny about it. I was praying for Wendy, hope that everything is okay and that, she work it out. And if something is seriously wrong with her, I don't want her to downplay the symptoms that she was feeling, because she was saying that the following day on her show, she was saying that she became like overheated, like she was burning up. And I actually know someone, a lady who, she probably was in her late 40s, early 50s, but she was going through the toll to pay her toll, gave the people the money, and the lady gave her change back, and she told the lady she was in the car with, oh my God, I feel so hot. And she died like seconds after saying, I feel extremely hot. And the lady died like right there in the car, in the driver's seat at the toll booth. So, for Wendy to be making light of the situation and saying, oh, I was just dehydrated, needed some water, my electrolytes were down. Don't play with that, and don't give people that a false sense of, if something like that happens to them, it's no big deal, that they're just dehydrated. In moments like this, you could be the voice of reason and encourage people, hey, if something like this happens, go seek medical attention immediately, because it's not, a laughing matter. It's not something that you should be downplaying and trying to pretend like, you're more than what it is. And then they were saying that Wendy was on a diet, as she had recently lost 50 pounds. Now, I have met Wendy Williams in person, and Wendy is about this big. So I was trying to figure out, the only way Wendy could lose 50 pounds is if she had them damn implants taken out. Like, where the hell did she lose 50 pounds at, and why was she trying to lose 50 pounds? So let's hope that that was just a rumor and it wasn't the truth, and that Wendy is not trying to lose no damn weight, because she ain't got no weight to lose. I'm telling you, I've seen her. She's about 6'1", 6'2", and wears like a size 0. When she came out on that stage, she was doing a comedy show about a year or so ago, and she came out on that stage. I was shocked because I had never seen her in person and never knew that she was as skinny as she is, but she is like a sack of bones. So Wendy, we praying for you, we rooting for you, we hope you get yourself together. Oh, and then another story that was in the news concerning us black folks is Donna Brazile. You know, Donna's all in the, she's a political contributor. She worked on, I think it was the Bill Clinton campaign, but very high profile African American woman when it comes to politics. Well, she got a book coming out too. So in the book, you know, she telling the secrets of the Democratic National Committee and how Hillary Clinton, you know, just came and took over the whole DNC during the last election, and how I think the DNC wasn't going to back Hillary Clinton. They were going to back when it was the plan to back Hillary, but remember when Hillary started fainting and passing out all over the place while she was on the campaign trail. So she was saying that they had considered replacing Hillary Clinton with Joe Biden, and, you know, getting Joe Biden to go ahead and run and get Clinton on out the path. So basically, people are angry with Donna Brazile because she's telling all the secrets about the Democratic Party. But Donna Brazile said, I got a book to sell. Y'all can shut the hell up because I'm going to do me. And I was just like, can this full moon pass on over us? Because we just got black folks acting all out of character right now. But I just wanted to come on and do this quick afterthoughts and random conversations video for y'all, because it's just a lot going on in the black community with our black celebrities and our black politicians, and we just looking out of sorts right now. So we need to come together, pull it together, support one another, validate one another, so we ain't got to be out here talking about licking booties in order to sell books and throwing the Democratic Party under the bus in order to sell books. And we got to stop boycotting our black artists because we don't like the decisions they make. And hey, you know, you're going to be mad at them for trying to have a conversation with Donald Trump, but then you're going to hold the 100 million Americans who did not vote at all, who did not support any candidate. We're going to give them a pass, but we're going to bring down our black celebrities because we ain't like that they had a conversation with Donald Trump. So anyway, guys, that was it for me. Just wanted to get those things off my chest, and I shall talk to you guys later. Everybody have a wonderfully blessed week. Bye-bye.